I wasn't supposed to host this session. It was supposed to be hosted by Martha. Unfortunately, she had an emergency, and that's why I'm taking her place. So, welcome to Talk AI with Rethink, where we make AI less scary and more exciting. Um, so, hear the word blockchain. Sometimes I get confused. I want to look for the exit. If you relate um, this episode from advanced tech, which of course includes blockchain and AI as well. So he would be talking about how you can leverage these technologies, most importantly AI, to help you gain customers for your business. So it will be unpacking his knowledge, to help us understand this in general. Adnan has experience in machine learning, cloud, and infrastructure. He's also CTO of Brown Pigeon ICT. He has built various things and is still building. He's more or less a tech generalist, if you want to think about it that way. So, but welcome to the show, Adnan. It's a pleasure to have you. Yeah.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. I'm glad that I'm here, and I wish that this is going to be a very impactful session.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. So, in simple language, Adnan, what do you actually do?
Yeah, I am a full stack developer, and I also build system architectures, which in simple terms means that I design how the application is going to work end to end, meaning from
Analytics to
the
analyze
use data and create machine learning workflows like AI automation workflows, like you want automatic emails to be sent throughout maybe your website or your platform or something of that sort. So I actually implement all those too as well.
Okay. So, can you give us some typical example of the things you've built so far? What is the systems you've built so far in general? Uh,
Okay, I've built quite a lot, but to mention few, there is one that I'm really proud of, which is a blockchain platform that is used to verify digital documents, not just digital and also physical too. So that is one, and I've built like a complete workflow operations for some, let's say, paramilitary, not military per se or paramilitary. So it helps them coordinate everything in one place and for them to be able to like get information quickly. Uh, to mention another one, there is this system that helps one of the largest cement companies in Nigeria, which is Dangote Cement. So I built a general system for them that actually automate and gather reports, analyze, and make their work much more easier across different companies from I think 5 to 6 different states. So to
So, in
mention
essence,
just few, yeah.
okay. So,
Yeah.
in essence, you are not just building tech just because it sounds cool. You are building it to fix real life problems. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it has to solve a problem, even if it sounds cool. So I
Okay.
actually address problems, identify. Sometimes I identify the problems for some organizations, tell them the problem, and then I'll help them solve that problem.
Exactly. Technology should solve problems, not just for the fun or just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
You know. or not
Yeah,
to create new ones, because there are some technologies that also create new problems. And I'm sure you
exactly,
understand what I
exactly.
mean
We
by
have,
that.
yeah, that's how what you mean. We actually have this.
Yeah.
So we should actually leverage on the new technology to address problems. So there are so many problems to solve. So you can only do what you can. You can only do your own part, and the other people can address some other sorts of problems.
Okay, that sounds good. So let's go to the juicy part. You know, I'm sure
Okay.
many of our audience members here would are eager, waiting to learn from you how AI can help them gain more customers for their business. So, how does AI help businesses gain more customers, Adnan?
Okay. To be clear, you know, the way we think about AI has to like reflect what AI can actually do. So AI cannot actually reason like humans, just working with algorithms and all this bunch of data that is fed. So it's not that AI is going to help your business, but you can use AI to gain more customers for your business. So there are some steps or some key points that we need to look at. The first one is attention. If you have a product that you want to sell or you are selling, the first thing you want to do is to gain that customer's attention. So where AI can help you through that is that you can create you can create content to attract those customers using AI. So when we say content, there are so many things that you can actually do. We have you can create videos, posts, social media, photos, infographics, and so on. But we need to understand how to tell AI to do all this for us. You can't just tell, okay, I'm selling computers, I just want you to create a post for me for my social media. You have to put in context into it, explain it in deep. What is it actually you do? Who are your target customers? So that you will know where to even post it, when to do the post, and how to even structure the post. So AI can actually help you through that. You can use any language model available like Gemini, ChatGPT, DeepSeek. We have so many of them, and there are so many of them coming up with time. Then the next thing is trust. Beside attention, you want the customers have to trust you, not for all products, but for some businesses, you will need those customers to trust you. And one thing you can do in that section is to like have just something in public that verifies that you are legit, that you are who you actually say you are. You provide the service that you actually say you are providing. For example, let's say you have a website. So businesses that have a website are more credible than businesses that does not have a website, especially if you are trying to gain your customers online. So now we have available AI tools that can create just a normal landing page for you for free. You don't even have to pay anything. You just have to make it visually appealing, make it sorry, to make it good enough for your customers.
Adnan, can you
So
tell us some examples of those websites? The ones you know business owners can leverage to create
yeah, yeah,
some.
we have this platform called Lovable. It's very popular, and a lot of developers and even tech startups are using it to spin up their websites. So you can use Lovable.dev or you can use Bolt. There's another platform that can actually help you to spin up your website. But something very important for us, we're talking about websites. So you don't just tell ChatGPT that this is what I sell, and it gives you like some prompts, and you just take it and paste it in Lovable or Bolt for it to spin up the website. You have to make sure that it aligns with what you are selling and it's visually appealing. You have to specify all this to the AI. If not, it's not going to. It will just hallucinate for the part that you have not specified any context. It will just do whatever it thinks is best based on what you are saying. So, but believe me, humans are much more smarter and much, you know what you want, and you know the best way to leverage AI is to guide it properly. So you are like a guide to it. It cannot operate on its own the way most people think. So, and then beside trust, we have retention, follow up, because you can have customers that maybe they purchase your products and then one time that's it. You don't retain that customer, or you can lose deals because you don't follow up. So that can be hard or difficult if you are operating with a lot of clients. So one way to do it is you can automate your flow with AI. So this could be a little bit more technical than using normal language models or building spin up your website. You might have to do a little bit of work, but it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. You can use something like NHN or Make to create automation workflows, then assign it with your email or your WhatsApp so that you can follow up continuously to your clients and customers. So that is something that you can actually leverage with AI. And then the other thing is desire. How do you make your product attractive? Because you need to attract your customers. If you are making content and that content doesn't strike in emotions, doesn't touch their emotions, they might not want or not understand how valuable your product is. So all this you can solve these problems by just prompting a language model. You can just tell the language model that this is what I'm trying to sell. Can you tell me what is going to attract my customers emotionally? So, you know, you are giving it a specific context now. You are not just saying that I want a general website or a product or a content. No, you are specifying now how you want that content to be. So that can actually level up how many customers are actually reaching out to you to get your product. So to make it shorter, we have we have to understand that AI on its own cannot solve all these problems for you. It is you it's going to use the AI to create this path for yourself and this life cycle that you uh, that your customers keep on increasing with time and they actually buy it because there's something called conversion. You can have people reaching out, but maybe they might not buy what your product. So that is another issue when it comes to business. You might have people reaching out, they like the product, but maybe the pricing is not set right. Or maybe you don't show them the value enough. So you can actually use AI for that. And one way to do that is that in ChatGPT, I'm going to use ChatGPT as an example here, but almost every language model does this. There's something called projects. You can create a folder within your ChatGPT. You can just name it, maybe the name of your business, and then you can add files to it so that it can get context from that information. And if you are familiar with like something like a spreadsheet, you can structure your some of your data. This is my customer. This is he inquired for this item, and then finally maybe he made a purchase. No, he demanded discount. You can gather this data and upload it into the files of that project, and that chat GPT or that language model is going to use that information to advise you. It's going to analyze that information. So to even make it much better, you can be updating this spreadsheet continuously with time. So every time you update it, it's going to upload even picture what your business does and how your customers are reacting, and it's going to give you the best strategy or a very good strategy on how you are going to leverage these customers and increase your productivity.
Thank you so much. If we were to have a session to demonstrate this, would you be happy to show some of our audience members how this works? Because right now for non-technical people, this might be sounding as abstract to them. So, um, would this be something that you are open to demonstrating how this works step by step for the audience members? You know, because some of the things you've mentioned are
Okay.
definitely very valuable and straightforward, but some business owners might see it as difficult or complicated to implement. You know, so would this be something you would be open to demonstrating, maybe in a different session?
Okay. I think if it's okay, I can share my screen right now. Then go to ChatGPT and show people how you can create this
Um,
project folder.
I think we can do it in a different session because of time. I'm sure most of our guests
Okay.
here would be happy to join such a
Okay.
practical session.
All right. Yeah, we'll keep that in mind.
Okay, because you've definitely given us a lot of gold nuggets to make sense that they get to see how it works and how they can actually use it. Because the goal
Yeah,
here is
exactly.
to show how they can use AI to gain more customers. So, and we have to show them practically how it works. You know.
Yeah.
All right. So, can you give us like some real world examples of businesses that have implemented this, you know, and it's working for them? You know.
I'm sorry, please, can you come again?
Can you give us like real world examples of businesses that have implemented these systems and it's working pretty fine for them?
Yes, I think a lot of businesses are actually implementing this because now, if you just go to any social media platform, like let's say TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, you'll notice that most of these big financial, all these microfinance institutions, like all these, you notice they are creating content with AI now. If you notice, they will make like maybe some sort of, even sometimes it even looks like comedy. So even it doesn't matter how you actually do it, as long as you're going to get the customers and as long as it's legal. So I think a lot of businesses like these financial institutions, they actually leverage AI a lot more than small businesses. And these financial institutions actually have their own what is it called? They have a lot of staff that work with them. But for normal businesses, for small businesses, you will notice that most of them are not leveraging AI to actually attract more customers, and they are the ones that are supposed to take the most advantage of it because they are understaffed. Maybe it's just one man business or two or three. So, and it's actually working for all these other bigger organizations. They use it to create their posters, they use it to create videos, they use it to create advertisements, and you will see that they have a lot of traction that we use.
Okay. So, how can, for instance, an online store, use this system? You know, would is it generic for every kind of business, or is there something they need to do differently for every business?
Well, it actually depends on what the business scope is. For instance, now if you say an online store is different from a physical store, AI can help a physical store through marketing strategies and maybe content creation. But when you're talking about online store, whatever that is purchased through that platform, data is collected. So you can always gather information, gather customers' data, and then analyze what product sells more, in what region, what time, what happened during that time. All this, when you have an AI model integrated through this your online store, you can actually use it to analyze much deeper about how your customers' behaviors are and how you can increase uh, the customer traction.
Okay, so basically behavioral analytics, on who visits your platform, what they get to click, and how that affects their decision making to buy in general.
Exactly, but not just analytics. You can actually integrate the AI model within the platform. What I'm saying is that, let's say I just visit this online store. I'm trying to find something maybe below the cost of this amount. So I can just have, let's say, like a tiny box or any channel that I can actually speak with with a language model that is embedded in that within that online store, and it can find what I'm looking for much quicker than I have to scroll and so on. So it can even advise me that this is where we have the best views and so on and so on. So this is something that an online store or an online business can leverage using AI. Because it's going to use the actual data that is in the store and then feed you for to have a very beautiful customer experience.
Okay, sounds good. So, how do you think someone who has never used any of these tools, what do you think? Where do you think they should start from? What should they start? How should what should they start with, and how should they start? What's like, if you were to give like a step-by-step breakdown of, where to start from, what would it look like for them? Like simple steps.
Yeah, there are a lot of because AI is not just for only technical people. As long as you can understand human language, I think you are good to use AI. The only thing is that some things are for developers or some highly technical people. Let's say that you want to embed an AI into a website, so maybe you will need a little bit of software skill or something like that, or some a little bit of technical skill, where you can get someone to actually embed it for you. And if you are good enough, you can actually tell the AI to guide you how to add this in your website, and you can actually do it. So AI can even teach you how to use the AI. So it's not something that you have to go and register for, let's say, like 10-hour course or so on. You can actually make ChatGPT your teacher, create a folder, call it maybe your name, Learning AI, and you can tell it that you want it to actually guide you how to leverage and how to get the maximum use of AI. And it will actually help you. It will just give you some tasks and routines for you to do, which is very simple, and then you will find yourself in a better spot than you have started. So just to know that you can leverage AI and you can actually ask it for almost anything. It's enough for you to understand that you can actually tell it to teach you how to use it.
Okay, so for instance, I can go to Gemini, can go to ChatGPT and tell it I have XYZ, maybe shoe store or gaming
Yeah.
brand. I want you to show me step by step what I need to do to attract customers and convert them to pay for my product or my service. And it will show me all of the steps. And
It will
also,
show you all the steps. Yeah. But most importantly, you have to review them yourself. You have to make it analyze. You can even take them one by one and say, okay, analyze this. How do we approach this? And what is the best way to approach this? You can even give it more context. Like, for instance, if it's a physical store, you can give you a location. Okay, it's in Nigeria and in the northern part of Nigeria or the southern part of Nigeria. No, it's Kenya. It's northern part of Kenya. And then maybe this is where you are importing your items from, and this is how they look like. You can even add pictures. All this is going to give more context to the language model to help you more. So the more information you give it, the more context you give it, the better it's going to help you.
all right, so thank you, Mr. Adnan. So now let's bring this for marketers and creators. You know, I know you're a technical person, I guess some of people here in the audience might. That's why I had to request for special session where you get to show them how it works, because I think you've been using more of the technical lingo. so, but let's bring it home for marketers and creators. We talk about AI understanding customers and personalizing content. So, but content still has to be created. You know, um, their content is broad, anyways. Blog posts is content, video is content, caption, social posts. These are all content. So, this is where Simplex comes in. The tool that we think is building. Adnan, from your perspective,
Yeah.
um, how does a multimodal tool like Simplex help businesses gain customers? Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have a bit of a network glitch. Sorry, can you
Okay,
come again?
so I was saying, how does, from your perspective, how does a multimodal tool like Simplex helps help businesses gain more customers? You know, how do you think it would be useful, or such a tool would be useful? Because you've mentioned previously that they need to prompt, understand how to prompt, and then using a particular tool like ChatGPT to give them ideas on the kind of content they need for their attracting customers to their businesses, and then they can then go create those contents. But we already have a tool like Simplex that can help them create this multimodal content. So how do you think such a tool would be useful or help them in gaining customers? You know,
Yeah, I think it's going to help them well. It's the most important thing is for them to understand, for the public to understand how to actually use it and to know it exists, because it can actually do most of the work for them. For instance, now let's say all the prompting and all the context that they have to add. So it could be overwhelming for some people, but when they're using a tool like Simplex, and that is why when we have AI, it doesn't mean that because you have one a couple of language models then it solved your problem. No, we can have other AIs that are specified for that kind of for some specific types of problem, just like Simplex. So I think a platform like that will actually help them generate the most suitable content for their marketing and whatever they try to for all their products on media.
okay. So just for context, I'm sure you already some of the audience members knows about Simplex, some don't. But I'm sure Adnan, you know about Simplex, which is why I had to ask you that question. So Simplex helps businesses, creators, and marketers create multimodal content from a single prompt. Basically, create full campaigns, from a single prompt. Giving you clarity and control in the entire process from ideation to publishing. So that's what Simplex does. Um, so instead of juggling apps, you engage multiple freelancers or agencies to help you in the process, because just like you said, some people still struggle with even the AI tools because it takes some little skill and practice to understand how to prompt very well to give you the results of what you want. And again, you still have to um, move from tool to tool if you want to create different content type. So instead of doing that, Simplex helps you do it in one place. So gives you brand consistency, which eventually helps you build um, confidence and trust. So now let's go on to show members of the audience the power of simplex, how simplex works. So we'll be transitioning live to a demo. um, I think we've been talking a lot in abstract, so we want to show how um, a tool like simplex can be useful in helping um, customers gain businesses gain more customers. And so we don't just talk about it in abstract. It's time for us to show it, so it will be more convincing when you see it work in real time. So at this point, I would like to invite um, Prince, who is the um, tech lead at Retink, and also Simplex, to give us a walkthrough of how Simplex works in real time, showing you how you can generate multimodal content for campaigns all in one place. So, Prince, um, let's have you, please.
Yes, thank you. I'm already sharing my screen. Good day, everyone. My name is Prince. As Solomon said, I will be walking you through the ins and outs of Simplex in this very short demo. So, what is Simplex? Um, why is it valuable to small business owners, to marketers? If you've created any form of content or you've tried to run social media campaigns before, you would know that you would have to be juggling a couple tools for the content creation, the content generation, and uh, the content distribution. And Simplex essentially aims to bring everything all in one place and also integrate all these tools into one platform, allowing you to create um, ideate because you could be someone without any marketing experience, and you want to have an online presence. You want to make people know about your business, your company, and maybe you don't have the funding to hire an entire team for that. You can get one person, use Simplex, and forget about it. So I'll be walking you through Simplex and the features we currently have. So I'm going to start off with a fresh account and sign up to Simplex as a new user. So just give me a sec, use my name um, and a registered email. And we made sure that the process to sign up for Simplex is simple and straight to the point. We will be collecting onboarding data from the users to be able to infer and use in your content generation and suggestions for you as a user. So I'm quickly going to get the URL, the verification URL that was sent to my email. I'll get that real quick, copy that link and paste it here. So once you get verified, okay, sorry, this is the wrong link. I got the wrong link. Okay, so once you get verified as a user, you get access to Simplex, to avoid spam and all that. So once you're verified, um, you sign in. It's Simplex, and you'll be taken through our short onboarding process where we'll collect information about you. Our systems will scroll the go out, crawl the internet based on the information you provide us, and we'll use that information to index a profile about you and your brand. So for free users, anybody can sign up for free. You get an access to this for free. So you just need to put in your brand. For me, my brand is Prince, and I have a brand URL. So I'll use my personal uh, website for this, and you can provide additional context to it. So what will happen is that our systems will take your name and your website, call your website, and get relevant information, and we can also provide brand information. It takes within 5 to 10 seconds to get all the information we need, and we'll build a profile for you based on that information. And you can edit it, do whatever you want with this data. But we just use it to get your brand information. As you can see, it crawled my website, got my brand colors from my website, got information about me. I am an individual creator. My name is Prince. These are my industries that I've worked in. This is me as a person, my profile as a person, the tone of the content that is going to be, created going forward, if I want to use emojis or not. So we just inferred all these things based on me. I could add more industries here if there's none. That's so I could do like add tech. So you can edit this data however you want, and you save this, and our systems are going to remember it, everything that has been collected here. So you just launch simplecx, you get welcomed by our mascot, our friendly mascot, right? And you get taken through uh, our onboarding process. So you're onboarding, it's just a simple walkthrough. You can skip it if you want to, but just showing you where to go to perform specific actions on simplecx. You have a host of things you can do here. You get access to your credits panel here for the amount of credits you have, and where you can upgrade for any of our plans. So I would proceed to the actual content generation here. So I'm taking you through how content is going to get generated. So essentially what Simplex is trying to do is put everything in one place for you as a business owner, that you're trying to create content that is for you're trying to create campaigns that is for your brand. So what happened here is that we are suggesting specific templates based on the profile of me. As you can see, I'm a developer. I am a full stack dev with blockchain experience, and based on that, it's suggesting templates for me based on that brand information that I have. If in case this is the path I want to take, in case there's a thing I want to do, but for now this is not what I want to do. I want to create some type of content. You can create blogs, you can create multiple things, but I want to create infographics. And let me see if I can quickly find the infographic templates. Okay, but so it's not here, but we have access to other templates. I could also search for the templates I want, but just to be quick, let me just pick a template. Okay, let me go with interview questions, because these are the templates that were given access to me. If I wanted, I could go to the main template page and go and search for as many templates as I want. But I want to create maybe an infographic uh, um, for a job description. Let's just say for a job description, and I want it to use my brand content. I want it to use my the information that was collected about me, and create that. So every content you create would incorporate that your brand essence into it. So you don't need to constantly remind it, or create this content with my brand essence in it. You can also create multiple brands. In case you have like a brand here and a brand there, you can create more than one brand. So it always has that essence for you. And even the suggestions are based on the specific brand you picked. Right now, I only have one brand, which is the Prince, but I can always add more brands. So let me proceed with, interview questions for a software engineer. So we have a baseline prompt. These are templates that you give to the our systems. So this is a baseline prompt, but this is not the main prompt. This is not the powerhouse. It's just a way to structure your prompt so that the your output will be much coherent and much better. So you create an interview questions for a software engineer. So as you said, it can be used for ideation, right? You want to do something, but you don't have an idea. You don't have what you want to do. You can come here, browse any of our templates, and just use it for the content creation. So you can proceed here. You come here, you have your content. You can browse from your assets that have already been created, or you can upload some assets for reference. You can upload images, PDFs, or whatever for this particular content you want to generate. And you also have presets. So what is going on here is that you can also have inline suggestions. So for example, as you're typing, we have our agents are meant to help you come up with more ideas. So it's suggesting it, and all you need to do is like tab into it, and you get more suggestions for whatever you're writing in case you wanted to start from scratch. So I'm gonna remove this because the initial prompt I was given is good enough for our systems to infer and create something from that. But you can, apply and dismiss as much as you want. The language I want is English, and I think I want some LinkedIn type content. This is a preview of the like how the content is going to look like for because we selected an image and a text. So text obviously we don't need a preview, but you would want to see the kind of content and how it's going to look when it's generated. So we have different styles here for users to pick from. Cubanism, these are just art styles, but essentially, how do you want the image that is generated to look? You can also generate video, you can generate audio. So for this, we're generating based on 10 interview questions. So I don't think there's need to generate too many things, but you can gear it further into what you want. But this is a very good starting point that anyone can use to generate the type of content or infographic and still have their brand elements incorporated into it without having to remind the system every time. So you can also change the voices that you want to use for.
Hello. Hello. I am H.
So you can
Hello,
modify the
I am
voices,
EOD.
and I'm
This
gonna
is a
choose this voice, and this is going to be what we're gonna use to generate. So these are the brand colors that were gotten initially. I don't think I want that graded. I just want these three. You can modify it. If you notice, my brand is here. The brand I selected is here. You can view details about this brand that was created at the beginning, and you can proceed with the content generation. So what is happening here? Depending on your plan, we are refining that initial prompt for you. So a lot of the times the LLMs and these models and these systems, they don't give you as much of a detailed outputs or content that you want. So what we are doing at Simplex, we're doing the heavy lifting by passing it through our systems, our proprietary systems, giving it context for the kind of content that's going to generate, make you understand that this content should be geared towards marketing, should be geared towards this, should be geared towards that. So that is essentially what we're doing here. You can only see it. I'm on the free plan, so I can only see the basics, right? We don't want to, share the brain of what it's doing, but you can see, and you can understand what is going to be generated here. Realistic image, senior blockchain engineer. Right now, I didn't add my image, so it's not going to generate me. But if you add more context, the more context you give it, the more that's going to get generated. And going forward, we're going to be nudging the users. But this is what we want. Yeah, I think this would help your content output better. Provide a video, provide an image, provide this, and it would, in the end, help the content that is going to be generated become more coherent. Right. So going forward, you get the summary of how many credits this is going to cost. When you sign up, you get about 200 credits. We're actually running about 400 credits before, but the promo ended today. So anyone that signs up gets only 200 credits, but 200 credits is a lot for you to, test out the platform, use it, and generate the kind of content that you're looking to generate. So here we're doing a text, image, and audio. This is just generating of content. As I said, the more context you provided, the better it gets. But right now, it's using all the data we've provided from it, so from the beginning of onboarding to now. So it's using all that and it's generating our type of content. So it used a stock image. This is not me, but I could look like this if I provided that context. And as I said, going forward, we're going to be nudging users to provide this thing for this particular thing that they were trying to generate. So here it generated text, generated image, generated audio, and that I can use to do whatever I want to do. I can export it.
Welcome to Prince's Professional Insight.
So it's using my name, it's using my information to generate this. So on higher plans, you can actually see the prompt that was used to generate all this, and you can modify those things. That's the power it gives you. It does the heavy lifting, gives you those prompts that will give you very high output quality. That's essentially what it does, and allows you to edit those specific things in place. So you can download this, you can recreate it. If you don't like something about it, you can even change the text, you can view the text, you can do everything you want to do. And once the content is generated, it gets saved, you can choose to make the visual content public, and we'll be running a, a, a promo or a program whereby we'll refund some of your credits if you choose to make some of your generations public. So it can help us, improve the overall quality of the outputs. You can also directly publish this content to any of these platforms that we support. So right now I'm not connected to any of these platforms, but once I connect, I can actually directly publish to any of these platforms. I can publish to LinkedIn, Instagram, or TikTok, which is one of the benefits of using Simplex. So I'm going to, but for now, let's move to the. Okay, let me actually connect one of the accounts. Let me connect one of my accounts to this. Right now, we only support 3 platforms, but going forward, we're going to support as many platforms as possible. And that is the benefit for Simplex. We're bringing everything in one place. So you're going to be allowed to distribute your content at scale. So instead of having multiple tools to manage this content, you generate it in one place and you distribute it in one place. So I believe I can connect to Instagram. Let me quickly connect to Instagram, but I'm not sure I will be able to publish because it's a business account. But you connect your Instagram to Simplex. So these are free campaigns, organic. So you connect your Instagram, you can connect your TikTok, personal TikTok, and you can actually post one content in one place and let it get sent to multiple places. Sorry, the meeting is getting a bit long, but as you can see, I've connected multiple accounts, and I get access to any content that I've generated. I can view that in my asset library. As you can see, everything that was generated is here, and you can still go back and publish this content whenever you want to publish it. You can publish it from here, pick this, choose one of these platforms, my TikTok, or so my plan only supports one publishing channel. So I can pick TikTok or Instagram, and you can generate a caption for this. So you can either use one of the captions in your editor already, which is the one that was generated earlier, or you can actually just go ahead and generate a caption from the image. And as I said, it's meant to help you with simplify the entire thing. POV, you stayed focused on the mission and finally paid off. Main character, and essentially it's just generating a caption that you can use for this content and you can publish directly. So this is my TikTok. I don't think I want to publish TikTok directly, but I will connect an account and show you guys the flow for publishing. So that is if you want to publish. Let's go to campaigns. And this is the culmination of everything on Simplex, right? The campaigns, the analytics that come from campaigns, and you managing your campaign. So right now we're using only organic campaigns, but Simplex aims to actually help you manage organic and paid campaigns in the future. So right now you're only setting up organic campaign. We've done our best to simplify the flow for creating campaigns. So let me walk you through the campaign flow and the campaign calendar. You have a campaign you want to create. You can name it whatever you want to name it. I will name mine Simplex. What's the word? Ad campaign manager, I believe, or Prince actually, because I use my name. This is my brand, Prince Ad Campaign Manager, and you select how long you want the campaign to run. 4 weeks, 2 weeks, a week. All right, and you select those days of the weeks that you want. If you want it daily, you want it weekends, you want it weekdays, 3 times a week. All those things you can select the individual days if you want. And select one day, and you select a start date for the content, and whenever you want it to start publishing. So essentially, we have a content calendar manager here, and we have 2 dates that are already selected for us, but we can select other dates whenever we want to. So we can proceed to the next step, and we get content slots, right, based on the amount of days. So if you can see, we put it for 11th and 12th of March, right? Those are the days we want the content to go out, and we already have some kind of content already generated. But I believe we only generated 1 image, or was it 2 images? I can't remember. I believe it was only 1 image, but that is not a problem. So we want to publish specific content because we want people to engage with our posts. We already have, whether we already have our content or not, we want people to engage with it. Whether we already, yeah. So we want people to engage with our content, but we don't have time to be posting every day. But this weekend, I can get around to creating all my content at once and scheduling it to go out on particular days. So you just do that with Simplex. You select the platforms you want to go. You can collect your content from the asset library. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to import it. You can also upload more content, but I'm going to use this and I'm going to generate a caption for that my content, or I can use from the asset library text. But I'm going to generate caption, generated, clear the caption, or you can use it. So I'm using it, and this is how my post is going to look for Instagram. Right, and I have a date that is scheduled to already go out. So I'm saving this slot. This slot has been saved, and I go to the next one. I don't have an image for the second day, but I believe I have one on my local machine. Let's say I have one on my local machine, so I should be able to just upload an image, I believe, and use that for the content. So generate caption. We're also going to support importing from Google Drive, importing from Canva, whatever you want to, wherever you want to import from, you get that content. This was uploaded from another tool, and I'm able to use it in my platform, and I have the place I'm scheduling to go out for. And you can see I have my content slots already filled for these specific days on the 11th and 12th, and I publish it, and I don't worry about it again because the content is going to go out. We're going to collect analytics on that. As you can see, it's only going out to Instagram for now, but obviously I can schedule other dates. And once we launch the campaign, it has been filled. The content has been scheduled. You forget about it. Whenever it's time, we publish the content for you. You should be able to see some analytics data on the content when it has gotten published. Things like likes, comments, shares, and you can even potentially download this data to use for other analytics going forward. You get to see the content that has been published on the content calendar. As you can see, we're still in February, but if you go to March, you can see that this content was scheduled. So this is a unified scheduling place where you can actually come and see, okay, do I have content scheduled for this day, for this day, for this day, for this day, for this? And you can run multiple campaigns at the same time, all in one Simplex platform. And that's some of the things that Simplex provide. Going forward, some of the plans we have is to add more templates for users, add more ready-to-use templates, so you don't have to think, you don't have to worry about specific things. In fact, we're even coming up with campaign workflows. So you just come, you want to make a simple campaign for 10 days, and this campaign is geared towards this thing. We're going to create a campaign plan. We're going to help you create a campaign plan, help you create the type of content that is meant to fit into those particular days, and you just publish and get on with it. So these are some of the things we are currently offer at Simplex, but you can try it out, play around with it, export, import, use it, and So I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yes, Prince. You can.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So that's just like the short demo for Simplex. There are other things we are working on in the works, but right now only admins can access it. But I believe it's really they're very hot things. I can give like a sneak peek, but like only admins can access it at this point because we're doing some internal testing. Let me see if I can give a sneak peek. We're creating different type of workflows that are going to help different type of creators, right? So here we have a dedicated tools tab where we're going to create dedicated tools for specific workflows. So instead of a unified workflow for specific things, you can have a video workflow. You want to create video content that is going to scale. If you've gone online recently, you've seen some of these African stories or stories, folklore, and you want to create something like that. We want to create templates. We want to create a way that users can easily do those type of things. You have thumbnails you want to replicate. We have those in the work. You want an individual image editor. We have that in the work. So these are just some of the things we have, at Simplex. So that's all I can show at this point. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prince, for taking us through simplex demo. This was just practically to showcase how you can get to have or gain more customers using AI. Simplex is a living tool to prove that you can do it in a simplified manner from ideation to publishing, saving you time, saving you money, and of course, saving you the stress of juggling tools, switching tabs, and giving you more time to focus on your business. So, thanks again. We would want to encourage you to check Simplex out. Simplex is available right now in beta. Of course, you can already subscribe to try it out as a even as a paid customer because it has a lot of value you can already gain from it. You know, using it. So, without further ado, we want to ask if there are questions so far. We will bring back Mr. Adnan. If you have questions based on the demo on Simplex, or if you have questions for Mr. Adnan based on the discussions we've had so far, now is the time for us to have that. Um, we'll do that in the next 5 minutes. You could also put your questions in the chat if you are not in a convenient place to talk, or perhaps you are shy. You can also put your question in the chat. So, Mr. Adnan, we can have you back for the time being. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Sorry. Okay, waiting for the questions to land. So in the meantime, I would like to make a comment about Simplex. I really that was a very beautiful presentation, and this is what I'm actually talking about, and this is what people can actually see handy tool that people can actually use to leverage AI to improve their business. So this is not just even if you're not running a business, just running a social media platform. I think this is going to come in handy for you very well. So I think you should actually check it out, try it, and play around with the settings and see what best suits you. So even I am going to, I have tried it before, but I'm going to try it again because I've seen like maybe it's like they have done a little bit of upgrade on it. So I will actually check it out again and try to automate some of my social media tasks. So I think another thing that we should all understand is tools like this that what makes us understand that you don't have to like learn everything in AI. You don't have to like learn every single thing. This has already made a lot of steps easier for you. So that means you only do have to do little. You just have to talk to it like you talk to a normal human. Just add context to it, and then fine. Your content is ready in just a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes, depending on your settings. I see that slide you don't have any questions coming in. So you know me when I don't see questions, I assume people understand 100%.
Exactly, I believe it was clear. So I was even scared that you were a bit technical because most some of the people
Yeah,
in the audience are not technical people.
yeah,
So
yeah,
um,
I'm even scared to not fall into too deep technical. So
yeah, but we would definitely organize a practical session with you. I believe it will be valuable where we dive deep. Also to show simplex as a practical tool alongside other tools that can help business owners get more customers for their business. So just to add, simplex still has a lot of things we'll be adding in the nearest future. We'll be having an AI companion that's serves more or less as your second brain. Also would be there to accompany you, support you with with personalization, emotional intelligence. Chat with you as a friend to understand your journey so far with your business. If you've made updates, if you make changes. So basically, being a companion and a friend. So every update you make to your business or your brand, it helps you um, make it better and improve. So we'll be adding that. We'll also be adding gamifications. These are some of the values that Simplex will be having over time, where you can get to earn, extra credits, gain, have streaks. Once you cover certain streaks, you get benefits that you can use to either subscribe to your plans or get discounts to when you subscribe to your plans, or even get extra credits. So gamifications would be added. Part of the reasons why that is being added is basically to make content creation fun and interesting, because a lot of times, even for me, I find content creation um, very tasking, which is why we also built Simplex to simplify the process and make you have clarity. Because one of the things that makes it difficult for most business owners is the clarity in the process and the results that they want. So Simplex is more or less like that marketing operating system that I want to give to you to have control over your marketing and campaign processes. So making it fun and interesting is part of the reasons why we'll be introducing gamification features. So these are some planned features we also have. So what you're seeing now is just a tip of the iceberg. There's still more to come. We are getting feedback from users like you who have tested it already. So we keep improving and keep updating. So we would encourage you to keep testing it with us and give us your feedback. So the platform, of course, will keep improving for you. Right now, you still have 200 free credits to try Simplex with. Um, and once your credits is exhausted, like Prince said in the demo, you saw that you can gain some extra credits when we make your work public. So that's something that you can also take advantage of over time to gain more credits. Even when you subscribe, it will be rolled over for you. Even you pay, you get a paid, you upgrade to a paid subscription, so your credits gets rolled over for you. Aside from that too, you get to benefit from free credits when you join our Discord community or you refer a friend. I think Prince missed that, but for you to get more credits to work with, you can gain 100 free credits as a bonus by the time you join our Discord community or you refer a friend. These are also ways you can gain extra credits. So all in all, um, we would encourage you to try Simplex if you really want to move your campaign campaigns and marketing operating system forward. So thanks again, Mr. Adnan. This has been an explosive session with you. So we'll keep you we'll keep in touch with you so we get to see how we can organize a practical session where you get to walk us through how to use the tools, including Simplex. We would also want to demo Simplex again, so people see how Simplex can be a good tool for them to use in gaining more customers, as well as other tools that we will get to demo too. Yeah. So, do you have any questions for us, or any perhaps last words, for the audience, and takeaways for us and for the audience, that we can go with?
Okay, I think for now, I have like an observation while using the platform. I think maybe I think it's something that might improve the users maybe interaction with the platform. So like you can create short videos or let's say some content on how to use the platform. I think, for instance, now we have a recorded session. I know you are maybe you are already recorded the session, so I think that is going to come in handy for people that are going to use or want to use the platform and have like the difficulty or you don't know how to navigate through it because we can't underestimate this. Sometimes you just have to guide people through to make it easier for them. So that's the only thing I think. Actually, but I think it's a good platform and it will actually content creation is not easy. Anybody that is creating content knows that it's not an easy thing to do. So it takes a lot of time and energy and the simplex have much more easy and you can do much more and more productive. I think you are muted.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was sorry about that. So thanks. We're taking note of that. It's a good feedback. We'll work on it. So thank you for joining, and we appreciate all of the ideas, knowledge you've shared so far. We
Thank you very much.
uh, we look forward to having you next time. And
Thank you.
thank you for to everyone who have joined us from Kenya, from Nigeria, from India, everywhere you've joined us from. We appreciate you joining us, and we look forward to having you in the next session of Talk AI with Rethink in March, uh,
Thank you very
possibly
much.
1 week, 4 weeks from now. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm
All
looking
right.
forward to it.
All right. Thanks again. And it's been a pleasure. Bye for now, everyone.